Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up as I take you through the land of dollars and cents. Some of us tend to believe that teaching our children about money is more important than channeling their inner education. That's why our motion of dissection today reads that teaching financial literacy to youth is more beneficial than emphasizing arts and humanities in our education system. I'll read the motion again. Teaching financial literacy to youth is more beneficial than emphasizing arts and humanities in our education system. We have a unique case here where two teams from the same school will be facing off against each other. This is Materi Girls Center Team A versus Team B. So proposing the motion, we have Materi Girls Center Team A, and opposing the motion, we have Materi Girls Center Team B. All the best to both teams on stage. I'll be your host for today, Hamza Hussein.
A wise man by the name Nelson Mandela once said, "A winner is a big dreamer." So sisters, start dreaming big for you to become winners. Let me show you how we dream big. To start with, I'm going to define the terms that have been used in the title for our motion today. The first term is financial literacy. Financial literacy refers to the knowledge and skills that allow individuals to understand and manage their manage their finances effectively. Kenyan youth refers to young people, typically in their teenage years and early adulthood. Arts and humanities, these are academic disciplines that include the study of various forms of human expression such as literature, history, philosophy, visual art, and performing arts. Education system. This is the structure and frame within which education is organized in a particular country or a region. To start with, I'm going to have my first point, and my first point is saving culture. Financial literacy instills a saving culture to Kenyan youth, encouraging them to save for future goals such as home ownership, education, and retirement. Now, let's look at home ownership. Now, home ownership, you cannot be in someone's house forever. You can't be paying rent forever either. You can't be taking 10,000, 15,000 to your landlord every month because you lack financial literacy. You will need the financial literacy so that you can save money. When you save money for at least 5 to 10 years, you can guarantee that you're going to have your own home. Secondly, education. Let's take, for instance, you are a degree graduate. Then you are working maybe in a particular country, or you are a government employee here in Kenya. When you have the culture of saving in you, you can save some funds that will help you to further your education. Another thing, saving culture helps them to build wealth over time and provide safety net during financial emergencies. Now, it helps them to build wealth over time. Wealth does not just come one day. You have to save and save and save. You can't just wake up today and become rich. You start becoming rich from a scratch. You start becoming rich from a scratch, I repeat. You start saving from the little that you earn as you increase your income. Another thing, financial safety nets during financial emergencies. Now, let's take, for instance, the Social Health Insurance Fund. It's a research carried out by KMPDU shows that a good number of chief beneficiaries, that's the youth, are the people undertaking financial courses in the university. So they have a saving culture in them. That's why they come up with the mind of paying the chief so that in case of anything, because you cannot guarantee you are going to be healthy forever, something might just come up and you may need finances. Not because you have your savings in the chief, you are not going to face financial problems with the hospital bills because chief got you. Thank you. Have been your speaker, Blessing Mokiri from Materi Girls Center. Thank you.
I am the storm. I make you quake when I thunder, make you shake when I roar. I'll leave you amazed and surprised, sweep you off your feet when we collide. I, Nam Stephanie, am here to oppose the motion that states teaching financial literacy to Kenyan youths is more beneficial than emphasizing arts and humanities in our education system. Now, I do not believe in the common misconception that a side of emotion is either right or wrong, good or bad. I am only here to state the disadvantages and the advantage. And like in everything, one has more disadvantages than it does advantages. And the same is true to the other side. Okay, so I would like to start by repeating the meaning of financial literacy, which refers to the ability to understand and effectively use various financial skills, e.g. personal finance management. I would also like to define arts and humanities because some people may not know the subjects that are studied there. Academic disciplines that include the study of various forms of human expressions such as literature, history, philosophy, visual arts, and performing arts. On to my first point. Studying arts and humanities disciplines cultivates critical thinking, communication, and analytical skills, empowering students to articulate ideas and analyze complex texts and engage in meaningful discourse. Many influential people, successful young people are artists, philosophers, writers, and the likes. So what if you're financially literate? It's not as fundamental as critical thinking and communication skills. I want you to take time to close your eyes and visualize this. You're on a job interview, a job that involves finances. You're a youth fresh out of your internship phase. Imagine that you can't even express yourself. You can't even sell the fact that you want that job. How do you expect an employer to employ you? How do you expect to have an advantage over someone who can communicate so much better than you? Someone with so much better and more articulate ideas. This is why we need humanities. It teaches them some fundamental things that you just can't learn in finances. Okay, I like to quote Neil deGrasse Tyson, who said, "The arts and humanities teach us to think critically. Communication and critical thinking, which are developed through arts and humanities." Okay, now imagine this. You're just a youth out there. You hardly have any job. You're just going through job to job trying to find the right one that fits you. So imagine the fact that you can't even express yourself. You can't express anything about what you do, what you want. This is why you need humanities. You need the arts. You need to learn how to express yourself, be out there and just put yourself out there without being fearful and being confident in what you have, because if you don't think like that, please, my friend, like we say back in Texas, that ain't gonna happen unless a cowboy rats a bogey. Thank you.
They've never seen a debater who enlightened C.I. Sophia James from the Materi Girls Center, and that's what to prefer. And to my first point of proposing the motion, teaching financial literacy to youth is more beneficial than emphasizing on arts and humanities in our education system will be reducing debt and financial stress. So, financial literacy equips youth with knowledge and skills to be able to manage debt responsibly, avoid predatory lending practices, and make informed decisions about taking loans. So, a famous philosopher, Susie Oman, once said that financial literacy is the antidote to financial stress. And we are supposed to echo Susie Oman's quote because according to the survey done by NFCC, that is National Foundation for Credit Counseling, it shows that 78% of Americans are concerned about debt. This highlights the pervasive impact of financial stress and on individuals and families. This leads me to urge you all to help me propose to this motion, because also studies from the panel study of income dynamics show that individuals who receive financial education are more wisely credit, as in they use credit wisely, they maintain good credit scores and avoid excessive debts. So if we don't get this antidote of financial stress, then you're going to have so much stress that you'll not even need the social skills. As you say, my friend, that financial-based interviews, you talked about them, right? That you are in a financial-based interview and you have no social skills. Do they need your social skills of communication, or do they need that financial skills? So, and to my second point, that is long-term financial planning and on retirement securities. So, financial literacy education emphasizes youth to understand the importance of retirement planning, to set saving goals, and also make informed decisions about investment options and investment goals. This is shown by the studies by the EBRI, that is the Employment Benefits Research Institute, because it found that only 40% workers have attempted to calculate how much they need to save for retirement. And this highlights the widespread lack of financial planning. And David Bertrand said, financial literacy is the key to unlock a secure retirement. So, my dear opposers, are you sure you want to go against a great man like David Birch and say that financial literacy is not the key to unlocking a secure retirement? And the arts and humanities will say that the government is going to offer you retirement fee. Are you sure that this retirement fee is going to cater for all your needs? It's I, Sophia James, out.
I, as Hope Maya from the Materi Girls Center, can clearly see without my glasses that the proposition team is blindly misleading us. Now let me take you through my lenses in opposing the motion that says financial literacy is more important to the youth than more beneficial than emphasizing arts and humanities in our education system. Now on to my first point. Cultural and social understanding. Emphasizing on arts and humanities in our education system fosters critical thinking, fosters cultural awareness among our young children, in the sense that our young children can be able to understand the various tribes and communities in our countries. Hence nurturing well-rounded individuals who appreciate diversity and other communities in their cultures. As Nelson Mandela once said, arts and humanities are the cornerstone of a civilized society. On to my second point, creativity and innovation. Arts and humanities as an education system in our country will increase creativity, innovation, and imagination among the Kenyan youth, meaning that, for example, a youth in the United States of America, Yara Shahidi, who is an actress and an activist, well known for her TV series Blackish and Grownish. She also started a foundation in the year 2017, which encouraged the youth to be able to activate, to enhance their audibility and advocate for creativity. She also founded this organization when she was 17 years old. I repeat, when she was 17 years old. The arts and humanities fuel innovation across the country, across the economy. Many groundbreaking innovations have been made. Like, for example, I know all of us here know about Lion Lights, made by a young Kenyan boy in the Maasai land. So that innovation really helped in the prevention of lions attacking from their animals. Tell me if without arts and humanities, if the young boy will be able to create lion lights. Discoveries have been inspired by artistic and humanistic adventures, highlighting the symbiotic relationship between creativity and innovation. Wanjiru, also another example, Wanjiru Konan, a Kenyan author and cultural worker known for her renowned book, Havoc of Choice, explores the political and social upheavals in Kenya during the 2007 elections. She also founded the Book Bank, an initiative aimed in restoring Nairobi's public libraries in 2018, meaning that she started this innovation while she was between the ages of 24 years to 25 years, meaning that the Kenyan youth should be encouraged to do arts and humanities in our education systems. Thank you.
The second opposer said that all-rounded skill is all-round, having social skills with no financial skills, yet you are financially illiterate. Being able to blab, make speeches, but not able to manage the money. What's that? Ladies and gentlemen in the house, even the book of Proverbs, for the lovers of the Bible, the book of Proverbs chapter 22 verse 7, it states that the rich rules over the poor and the borrower is the slave of the lender. This verse emphasizes the importance of financial literacy and responsible stewardship of resources. In case you wonder what my name is Gaki Prudence, coming from the school whereby we have 0 rules and regulations, apart from one rule, that is, use your common sense. Well, the team opposers have said about a young girl in America. Well, as for information, we're talking about Kenyan youths. The American have already introduced about the financial literacy. Do you know that with financial literacy, we're going to have an increased economic mobility and stability? Do you know that? So, by telling us to encourage art and humanities, you talked about creating and innovation. Do you know that even if I'm creative enough, yet I'm not able to manage my resources? Do you know that that's nothing? Because I'm not able to budget, to plan, and on how to be able to stabilize my debts. I'm not able to do that simply because I'm financially illiterate. Then how dare you tell us that arts and humanities alone are really good without financial literacy? I wonder. There have been many cases arising about financial literacy, illiterate people. We have many prominent people, like for example, we had this athlete. Oh yes, he had the talent. He had the arts and humanities, but was financially illiterate. I repeat again, financially illiterate, ladies and gentlemen in the house. So what happened? The manager conned him. He went away with his millions of money, and yet you still have the guts to stand up and lie to the world audience that financial literacy is not beneficial to be emphasized in the education system. Well, you say that the sky is the limit, but the galaxy is higher. But as for me and my team and my fellow proposers, limit the sun so that when things go wrong, we follow the limited sky. You say that for youth aged 25 years, they have the arts and humanities. Well, I wonder, because according to the survey by the World Bank, only 24%, I repeat again, ladies and gentlemen in the house, 24% of Kenyan youths aged in between age 18 years to 35 years are financially literate. What about the other 76%, ladies and gentlemen in the house? What about the rest? They are financially illiterate. That is what leads to our country having poor financial decision and hindering economic growth. So, team opposition, as you stand here and try covering I wish I had a broom so that I could sweep out the dust of lies that you people have left on the stage. I've been yours, Gaki Prudence from the prestigious Materi Girls Center. Thank you.
Well. You cannot enlighten an incompetent person because it's their nature. I am Waity Liz from the prestigious Materi Girls, here to strongly oppose the motion that says teaching financial literacy is more beneficial than emphasizing on arts and humanities in our education system. Now, my dear sister, we didn't talk about advocating for the emphasizing of arts and humanities in our education systems other than teaching of the financial literacy. We were saying that Emphasizing on arts and humanities is also supposed to be in our education system, apart from only teaching on financial literacy, because simply you cannot be able to maintain your finances whereas you don't know the basis of how you have to get that money. Now, onto my first point. Emphasizing on arts and humanities enhances the civic engagement and social change. Arts and humanities education inspires civic engagement, social responsibility, and advocacy for positive change by fostering awareness of social injustices, historical movements, and ethical dilemmas. Now, take a look at this. Most of us are in the Generation Z, right? For once, if you don't really know about your background, how will you elaborate to your great-grandchildren about their historic past? Simply, we have to emphasize on the arts and the humanities in education systems so that you can be able to explain or tell about your history to your great-grandchildren, okay? So, basically, this means that apart from teaching of the financial literacy, arts and humanities are to be emphasized on for us to be able to know how to go on. So, Boniface Mwangi, who is a Kenyan photojournalist, activist, and politician, gained attention, created an impact in his photography. During 2007 to 2008 post-election violence in Kenya, he created global awareness and spurred local and international discussions about political accountability and human rights. When he was 24 to 25 years, why was he able to do all this? Simply because in his education system, arts and humanities are emphasized on, leave alone the teaching of financial literacy. So when the arts and humanities were emphasized on, he was able to know how he is supposed to manage his finances. And with that, I rest my case.
Ladies and gentlemen, the same way that I'm going to take out this pullover is just the same way that I want you people to take out all the lies that the team opposition has said. Well, my dear sister, we talked about proposing the motion since because teaching financial literacy is going to help us gain an economic stability. But gaining an economic stability means that you're going to live in an economic stable world. Right now, our country is at stake, isn't it? Our economy is at stake, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Then, if we do not emphasize financial literacy, then do you think that we're going to save ourselves out of the paws of the lion? Do you think that we're going to get ourselves out of the den of the lion? Well, no. My opposers here have talked about Kenyan youths. Well, I told you once again, and I'll still tell you, that it's only 24% of Kenyan youths who are financially literate. So whether you have the arts and humanities or not, that doesn't matter. But the bottom line is, we have to work. It is more beneficial having financially literate people in our country rather than having people who have arts and humanities. You can be a stakeholder, you can be a PhD with an art and humanity, but yet you are zero. Because what? You are financially illiterate. That was yours from Materi Girls Center. We were yours, Blessing Mokiri, Sophia James, and I am Gaki Prudence, coming from the prestigious Materi Girls Center. And with that, I rest my case. Thank you.
The arts and humanities fuel innovation across the economy. A quote by Barack Obama. As I stated as I started this motion, I don't believe in the fact that in a motion there's either a good or bad side. I only believe that there are sides with more advantages than disadvantages, and the opposing side has more advantages. This is why. Our first speaker said that the studying of arts and humanities, disciplines, and the rest cultivates critical thinking, communication, and analytical skills. The second point was civic engagement and social change, in which arts and humanities education inspires civic engagement and social responsibility of adversity. And in this motion, we said that teaching of financial literacy to Kenyan youth is more beneficial than emphasizing arts and humanities in our education system. We were never advocating for the fact that teaching financial literacy is not important. We're only saying that it is okay to emphasize the arts and humanities, maybe in the high schools, and then when you go on to the campuses and the universities and colleges, we can emphasize on teaching on financial literacy. Both of them are important, but there is a time and place for each and every one of them to be emphasized, and thus everyone needs a chance. Thank you.
A bruising battle of wits witnessed on the stage. Materi Girls Team A, Materi Girls Team B. So I'm going to go to the individual comments. Blessing Mukiri. There are two key terms in the motion here. There is a financial literacy and arts and humanities education. What is to be emphasized? In order for you to kill this motion, creating a linkage between those two terminologies was key. So for Blessing, you focused more on financial literacy, where you spoke about getting knowledge on how to build wealth over time, getting knowledge on saving. However, I wish you could have gone ahead and given us examples of, how this has worked on the ground. And then as you give those examples, you also try to talk about the issue of how arts and humanities are not that important, so to speak. So that connection was missing. However, you had some good use of rhetorical questions to engage the audience, and you're a potential powerful debater in the making.